All
That
right.
way it works like
Yep.
that, okay?
Yep.
So I just have a couple questions here.
Certainly.
We'll just do it as normal. So if you could just tell us your name, your business, when you got your boiler.
Yep. So I'm Tim Halliday, and I have Driftwood greenhouses in Digby, Nova Scotia. I think I inquired about Heizomat boilers probably in 2018.
Yeah.
And at 2020, we put ours in the fall. And it's the 500 kilowatt and haven't looked back. Yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
So what are you running on the boiler? Like, what is it heating?
Our greenhouses, so we have a little over half an acre under plastic greenhouses in the Maritimes where it's windy. So it's extremely hard to heat. We were heating previously with cordwood boilers, gobbling up 475 cords of hardwood a year, and that was premium hardwood. We tried burning less standard wood and it just wouldn't give us the heat. Since then, we've cut our biomass down by half, and our labor cost is completely gone. Saved $40-some thousand a year in labor. Easy. That's not counting my own 3 times a night fillings in the old cordwood boilers. This boiler system, the Heizomats, maybe called me 3 times a year, which is small potatoes compared to what I was dealing with cordwood.
Okay. And how do you find like the consistency of the heat and applicable? Is there any difference in that at all?
Very consistent. It's very consistent and is able to keep up. Only one of the 4 winters that we've gone through, we were kind of, I guess I would call it redlining, or we were right at the max, but it was extremely cold and we were asking it to do something that we really probably needed a little bit more to do, and we knew that, but it did it, and it kept up. So it just meant that I had to be on top of the chip load and what was coming in.
Okay.
Dry chips were key.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So why did you end up choosing this boiler over your other options?
It was built more ruggedly. I've built a lot of things myself. All my own heating system has been built myself. It looked, to me, it was built heavier than the other standards on the industry. It had 2 different modes of running the chip bunker. So it had a drive for the intake, the table, and one for the intake drive, which I really liked. So it took 2 motors to do one job that the other competition was presenting to me. So I liked that it would be easier on the system.
Okay, so you're talking about stirring versus pulling.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and just the competition was using the same motor to run the table,
okay,
and the same motor to run the auger.
Yeah.
And they had a round auger system. I really like the square design because there's less chip clogging. I could show you the 3 chips back there that have clogged this system in the 5 years, or 4 years that we've been running.
Mind, yeah.
Here they are. So the only clogs that we've ever had have been in the auger, and it's been hardwood chunks that just get on the land, and up on the land and the side of the auger. Very easy reversal. They just kicked back out. 3 major clogs, and they weren't even major. They probably took 20 minutes to clear, and we were back up and running. So the rest of the time it burns pretty much like a gas boiler. Like, it's very self-driven. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
These are a couple other little things that have come through, like steel.
What have you got there?
A bolt.
Okay.
Didn't have any trouble, and a steel slag.
And where did you find those in the system?
Through the whole system and into the ash bin. So it was able to take them right through.
Okay.
I've seen bigger things online that other ones have taken, yeah. So.
Okay, awesome. So if you were to say highlights of your experience or benefits, what would be your top,
of the overall project?
Of your overall project, yeah.
That it met the needs that we needed. So I wasn't let down in what my old wood boilers, as inefficient as they were able to do the job as long as I wanted to feed them, right?
Yeah.
Gobbling up that large quantity of wood. So it was able to keep up with half of the biomass and the labor completely gone. So my nights, my wife likened it to a baby. My life before the Heizomat. It was 3 times in the middle of the night, and once before I went to bed, and once when I woke up. So it was quite a commitment just to keep heat up in our system. So I have freedom. Yeah.
Okay.
So that being one. The other was stellar service from you guys. It's been great. So between you and Francis, and it's been great. Yeah, I really appreciate that because I'm not technological. I'm mechanical minded, so I can get that kind of stuff. But it's been good. Yeah.
So you say you're not technological, and there's a computer there behind
yeah,
you?
computerized, but it's very simple though
feel
too.
About
Yeah,
working that?
It is very easy. I just need to be not even talk through it. I can do stuff on it now, but it's just the programming side of it and stuff is very easy too. It can be described over a phone. It's pretty easy. Yeah.
Okay. Can you give us an example of when you had Francis give you a hand and something that maybe stuck out for you on the service side?
Well, one was with you actually.
Okay.
The first one because I didn't know, like when we were talking this winter about the auger and the little trouble, because I've been having that little auger that has been overheating, but it was just a simple, putting a wrench on it and do this. So we just hadn't gotten there before. So it's just, you guys know, you've been there, you kind of know what to do. So that really helped out. And yeah, Francis has done numerous things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
awesome. Wonderful. Okay. Challenges of the project? Advice you would give to somebody if they're going down this road?
Get your plumber lined up.
Okay.
Yeah. Plumber was the only thing that went over budget on us. Yeah. The building came a little under. Heizomat was right on. You guys were right on. But yeah, have your plumbing.
So I'll just put in there that you were installing during COVID, I think,
yeah,
right?
we were.
So it was hard.
Yeah, it was challenging to find somebody, but the plumbing side of it was probably the biggest challenging. Yeah.
Okay.
Even in
All
that,
right.
yeah.
So in general, in operation and other things, challenges or words of advice?
There hasn't been a lot other than, getting a good source of fuel. I've been very blessed with dry fuel. Like I've had one wet load and my supplier gave it to me and I said, you gave me misery when I got done, because I had to be here and baby that load through. So it's important that if you're thinking about getting a boiler, find a wood supplier, a chip supplier that has a good quality chip and have it checked out. I went around with buckets to PEI and took to Grant. Are these two type of chips good? And I had them from here when I left, and he said that they were. So do your due diligence in chip finding. Yeah.
What happened to you when you burned wet fuel?
It was a nightmare. It reminded me of the days of being over here all night long, because I had to be here to change airflow, to try to keep my temperature up, to not lose my crop. Was on the verge of starting my old boilers up, which I have the lucky situation to be able to have that backup still intact. I was able to tie right into those systems, would allow me to have some freedom in if something did happen to this, but it didn't. So we were able to baby it through and get enough heat out of it that night, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah. Okay. We talked about project costs. You told us about your annual cost, but could you summarize that from before, like fuel, wood versus oil versus wood chip?
Yeah. So my cost of cordwood was at like $120 land it in long lengths, but then there was the processing and the nightly feedings. So with those all factored in, just my outgoing labor, not counting myself, which I was a big part of the filling, it was around $40,000 in labor. So I instantly saved the $40,000 in labor.
But you are paying something for your wood chip.
I'm buying, but I was buying my premium hardwood before.
Okay.
So my costs are exactly the same. I was buying double the amount of biomass in hardwood, a little bit more than double.
Okay.
In premium hardwood, and now I'm buying a softwood chip at the same price minus the labor.
Gotcha.
So I saved it all on my labor.
So the $40,000 is the total
of course,
savings.
the chips are a bit more because they're all processed and ready to go into my boiler.
Yes.
And my supplier supplies me with a very good quality chip. It's a little higher than the prices that I see elsewhere, even in Nova Scotia and in Ontario, but he supplies me with a premium chip. So it's very good. like I think it's still a good price for what I'm getting. Other than that one load that I had in 4 years, I've had no trouble with wood.
Amazing. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to say? That's all my questions. So
No, I other than I'm very happy with how it's been. Yeah, it works well. So
awesome.
it's a good system, and it's lived up, you know, to what we needed it to do here at our farm, heating about a little over half an acre of greenhouse.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Tim.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
it's good.